Hey Scorpios, welcome to Live Life in Tarot, where we're going to take a look at your money messages for the month of February. So let's get started, and I hope you're doing well. Scorpio, your guidance for your money in February is you have organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose, organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Okay, this is your guidance. Now, Scorpios, some of you, this is what you're doing. Okay, you're organizing for success because you are getting your thoughts clear, clarifying what needs to be clarified, staying on top of the details, knowing what's coming in, what's going out, what the changes are, what the changes need to be, what you need to stay on top on, what you need to keep up with, planning, so that you can have the victory, okay, so that you can sustain. For others of you, there's a need for you to put this into action and to start to organize so that you can see more success with your money situation, as there are details that you should not be missing, and you should be aware of everything, what's going where, what needs to happen, what can be changed, how to tweak, have a budget, have a plan, make sure you're not overspending, okay? Make sure that what needs to be taken care of, you're aware of what you have to work with, so you are able to see how to cover things, or what you need to create and organize and structure to ensure it, so that you are okay. Why? Because you are focusing on protection. This is a 38 breaking down to an 11, which is justice. So you're weighing things up, but there's a need to weigh things up here so that you're okay. And so in order for you to be protected and be good, or to keep it that way or get it there, there's a need to organize for that so that you can see some success. Those of you who are doing it, keep it up, keep going. So what you got going on, Scorpio, is you do have winter. Cold times, winter conditions, surviving austerity. So what I'm saying here is that it's cold where you are for a lot of you. It may be a lot of fucking snow too. Weather conditions may be impacting your and influencing and affecting your money and finances in a way where there may be issues with earning money. Also, I feel with surviving austerity here, while you are doing what you can with what you have to work with, that's the thing. I feel like with this card, Scorpio, that you don't have as much money to work with, or you have very little to work with, but there's less money you're working with, and this may be due to a change in work hours. This may be a decrease in pay, a pay cut, deductions, new bill, expenses, more responsibilities have been added or happening here, that is requiring you to organize so that you maintain everything that you got going on, or that needs to go on with your money here. So, Scorpio, what you should embrace is the Samaritan. So with the Samaritan card here is for what you should embrace. If you need help, ask for help, seek help. Turn to institutions, see where you can get support and opportunities here. But also, if you are being a help to others, that's cool. There may be a need to refine your capacity to help others, while you may need to be more mindful of what you need to make sure you're able to do for yourself. Okay, so help others, but not to the detriment of what you got going on that needs to happen here. Okay, but also Samaritan is saying turn to others or resources that you may be able to access to get some support or some help here. Now, what you should avoid is the gambler. Okay, this is what you should avoid. And that is, while you may turn to luck, or luck happens, don't rely on it, right? This is a time that's going to require some hard work from you, right? Taking the time to organize, okay, to stay on top of things, to have a plan, create a plan, tweak the plan, know all the details, okay, learn what you need to learn, okay, be a good steward over your money situation. Also, avoid gambling. Some of you are relying on get rich quick schemes, or you are spending money gambling, and that needs to either stop or that needs to be dialed down, reined in. For some of you, there's some risk that you may be considering or entertaining that don't seem to be something you should do, especially if you haven't done the research and your homework to know what the risks are. So, don't just gamble, take calculated risk, okay? Try to have a strong sense of where you will land if you try, okay? Now, the card you have that came out is, you have the Fool as the overall energy. In the recent past, you have the Knight of Cups. In the present, 10 of Wands. Yep. But in the future and outcome is the Ace of Coins. Nice. So, before I go into that, the cards here, Scorpio, you have some situations that are going to happen or happening that's going to influence and impact your money and finances. You have Uncontrolled Transformation, which is a 70 breaking down to a 7. That's about the Chariot energy. You have Women's Fun. Woo! That's a 33 breaking down to a 6. That speaks to the lovers. And you have the situation of Unfair Treatment. That's a 32 breaking down to a 5. Hierophant energy. So, these are the situations that are going to be playing out for you in February. So, with Uncontrolled Transformation, it looks like, especially with Organized for Success and the need to focus on protection of your finances here, is that you must make changes carefully now, because you could cause more problems than you are solving for yourself. And so if you don't take the time to think and plan, organize for success, and have clear layout of what's happening and what needs to happen, okay, something could get by you, or you could miss something, or something happens that's in a blind spot, okay, that you may not be factoring in or considering. And then also, to be careful and mindful of your spending and what changes that are happening or going to happen with your money and finances, that either you are aware of or possibly not. So, with that said, save, save, save. There's a need to save money, Scorpio. Please save money. Now, the other thing here, if you take a look, this looks like, authority. Authority. Now, with the Chariot, there may be some obstacles. There may be a need for you to recalibrate, okay, to your money circumstances, because there are things that are changing for you financially that are not within your control. This could be as a result of institutions or changes at work, or possible unforeseen changes, debts, bill collectors, yada, yada, yada. And so, with this energy here, you want to be careful Okay, and beware of higher influences that may and could come into play here too, that can impact and affect your money and finances situation in a way that you don't like. I also feel with uncontrolled transformation, there are things that you are doing or that you are taking chances on, because you do have the Fool as the overall energy, where you are trying to make changes or transform things around money or what you're doing with your money, that as much as you try to do to have a handle on it, it seems something or a couple of things still is not quite in your control. So you want to kind of have you want to kind of like buffer yourself and prepare yourself, because you could you may not be able to get everything, have a handle on everything the way you hope or intend. So, with this Fool energy, be careful of reckless behavior, okay? Um, don't do anything foolish, okay? Do the research. Do stay optimistic. Have courage. Do be bold. But make sure you do your homework and do the research. You may feel a little inexperienced. You may be a little inexperienced. So try to get knowledge and information where you can here. But with the Fool here, this is also saying be careful, okay? As the overall energy, you are experiencing changes. You are looking to embark on new opportunities. You're looking, there may be some risk involved. You may be leaping out on faith with something. With the Fool here, you may be looking to have some freedom financially or some relief, okay? But you want to be careful here with the Fool, all right? Now, in the recent past, you do have this Knight of Cups. With this Knight of Cups energy here, I do feel that for some of you, you made a dream come true or two, right? Where you may have spent money on, entrepreneurship, on business that you've started, or you put money into a business, or, you spent money on a large ticket item. Perhaps you bought a car, or you did something with the home, some repairs. I also feel with the Knight of Cups, you may have in the recent past, been able to get help and find and seize opportunities, but you may have also been helpful to others where, there could be, in the recent past, a little overspending that happened here that you need to or trying to bounce back from, or not take a nosedive in. But with the Knight of Cups here, this is also in the recent past, you were able to seize an opportunity or get an opportunity presented to you, or find an opportunity. This was you being very creative. For some of you, you got some really good news. Also in the recent past, for some of you, you put in your creative efforts towards something that is intended to bear fruit later, okay? That is anticipated to bring about some sort of change. And so whatever you did is an uncontrolled transformation, because you may not be able to control when it can come in. You did it, it will come in, but when that transformation happens, it's in the air, right? It's not something that you could like nail, even though it's something that you're confident in, that allows you to recalibrate, or that is to allow you to arrive to a destination. It's just about when the fuck is it going to arrive, right? So an example of that, like you may have done taxes. Now you got to wait, right? There may be an average time, but then it's always about, despite the average time, it'll come when it comes, right? Something like that. Now, at present, though, you do have the Ten of Wands, okay? So with the Ten of Wands here, if you take a look, you may be feeling a lot of pressure or feeling a little oppressed. Remember, I was saying you do have winter here. You're trying to, make it happen with less, or you don't have as much as you had to work with, or you have very little to work with, or there is some sort of decrease in funds that, you may feel a little overwhelmed, some pressure, but the Ten of Wands is also saying you may have added responsibilities that you put on your plate, that you strapped on your back, that you were willing to carry, but it's a burden, it's a load, right? But you want to be able to carry it and or see ways to responsibly relieve yourself. But until you can do that, you are taking the responsibility to carry the load. So, in the future, you do have the Ace of Coins. I like this for you. The Ace of Coins is talking about some money coming in, a new job, okay? A new resource for you that's going to be happening. The income tax comes in, but you gain here. And you come up with, new opportunities, tangible ones. Now, you do have another situation that's going to be happening is, I don't think I covered those. I know I talked about this, Uncontrolled Transformation, but you do have women's fun. 33 breaking down to 6, Lovers. So there's going to be a focus on relationships, those that you have a supportive circle. But also, for some of you, you want to be careful about your spending, because for some of you, you are putting money towards, having some fun, getting together with others to go kick it and hang out. For some of you, this is going to be around a particular event that's going to be coming up that you're going to want to enjoy, or this is around a social function. Socializing activities. Just be mindful of your spending, okay? Don't be reckless or foolish with the fool, but do be optimistic and do, kind of go allow yourself to be free. Relieve yourself of some pressure, but don't do it where it just brings more than you bargained for. Carrying, that is. So, with women's fun here, I also feel that there are others, women in particular, Scorpio, where others are able to help you, or there's an ability for someone to be in a helpful position towards you. So do embrace the Samaritan. If you need help, ask for it. And if someone's trying to help you, allow it. Now, also, if you're having fun, have fun, but don't gamble it all away or take risks that leave you fucked up in the game. Okay? I do feel it's okay for you to expect the Ace of Coins because it's coming, but kind of don't count it till it gets there. Okay? So count what you have until you get what's coming, right? Now, the other situation you got happening is this unfair treatment. I don't really like that. That's a 32 breaking down to a 5, speaking to the Hierophant energy. So, unfair treatment, some of you, this is about, you're not taking care and prioritizing your money the way you should. You might be overspending, or you may not be organizing for success, and it comes back to bite you in the ass. But also, unfair treatment is talking about here, I feel, that be careful not to let others push you into doing things that you can't do or you shouldn't do. As it has to do with spending money or how you handle your money. There's a need to proceed carefully, okay? Because, others may put you under pressure, okay? Or there may be issues in your support system or network where someone drops the ball or there's a delay that doesn't feel comfortable, or that push you in a space where, you know, you're burdened and having to take up the responsibility and you weren't prepared. So, not that you got to cover other people, just, you know, do what you can to make sure you can cover yourself, and that you're not causing yourself more problems than solutions. And don't let anybody else cause more problems than solutions for you either here. But I do see that your money situation will improve. It does look like you got a little bit of a rough patch, where there's some burdens and you may feel a little overwhelmed. It's a lot of responsibilities. You having to be more organized and scrutinize your money in order to make sure you stay okay and that you're in a safe space, and you know you're protecting your money and your circumstances around it and staying on top of everything. But from what I can see here, you organize for success. You're going to pull through this because you got this Ace of Pentacles here. It's just that you got to get through right now with this Ten of Wands here. Okay? Some of you got a car note now. Now it's like, oh shit. So, you know, it was a dream worth having, but now, you know, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. So I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much for watching, Scorpio. Bye-bye now.